welcome to Hazel and Marion.
I'm Hazel.
And I'm Marion.
Yay! Episode 12.
Yes! Wow, we're getting good at this.
I know. We finally perfected it.
Let's pick a card.
I already picked a card.
Okay, what is it?
So we're picking from Triple X.
Again?
We're not really
Yes.
strangers. Level 2. An easy question. Spit or swallow?
Spit.
I think it depends on who I'm giving it to.
Oh, really? Why?
I tend to swallow.
But why does it depend then?
Because if the person's diet is really bad and I can taste the saltiness straight away.
That's why I just spit straight
it's
away.
a spit.
Nothing
But-
to test.
Should I out Jacob again?
Well,
The other day, I didn't even know he came. And I just swallowed and I was like, oh. And he's like, I came. And I was like, oh, I didn't even taste anything. That man's diet's good.
does he drink like pineapple?
No.
Wait,
no.
nothing. You tasted nothing.
No, because he asked, he's like, was it like, what did it taste like? I was like, no, I don't
You
know.
should be like, you should taste it.
Well, I think it's because I have comparisons in my head.
I see.
So that was like fine. So I just swallowed.
Oh, okay. I'm always a spitter.
Oh,
Like, just
there you
oh,
go.
just the texture. Nah, spit.
What do you guys do?
Well, good question. Answer. Let's go.
Let's go. Let us know if you spit or you swallow. Or a third option that's not on the list.
You just don't like.
Don't do it at all.
Yeah, don't do it at all.
Let them finish on themselves.
I don't know what Zuckerberg has been doing.
Why?
But recently, I have just been getting a lot of memories.
Oh, me too.
And I think I know why. Is because it's 2023 and 10 years ago, which was 2013, I used to post a lot. So the last couple of years has been full of memories on Facebook about like the stuff that I used to post on my walls, because like for the Gen Zs that are listening, there's barely any of yous anyway.
Yeah.
Posting on your wall, a wall, if you don't know what that is basically your Facebook profile.
Yeah.
It's almost a form of Twitter, but only to your friends and not publicly.
I think that's how Twitter and the other social medias came too.
Yeah, it was kind of like a version of that.
Yeah.
And it was basically what's on your mind right now. And that's really what it
What it
said.
says, yeah.
Like what's on your mind. And then you just type it, whatever it is. No filter, no, what was the word I was using before? No curating.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
just,
no
oh,
curating,
this is on
yeah.
my mind right now. I'm going to post it. I don't care
Very
who likes it.
authentic.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
real, some may say.
Yes.
So I think we both did. Went back a handful of decades. Went back a whole decade just to see what we used to post.
Yeah.
And I've got some screenshots here in front of me. So
Yes.
I will start with one. And I was saying to you that I think I'm quite ahead of my time.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things that I have posted, love your haters. Why? Because they think of you 24/7 and they talk about you all the time.
Wow. Sounds like Taylor Swift wrote that.
Yeah. That was in 2012.
Wow. I have one. I think I'll start with a really easy one. I had to scroll really far because I didn't really post until I think I stopped posting like 2012, and I only actually scrolled down to 2011 because I ran out of time.
Is that because that's when you went to uni? I think I stopped posting when I started going to uni. Yeah.
So this is a very simple one, not as deep as yours. I'm saving my deep one for later. But one I wrote was like, retail therapy is a need in 2011.
Do you remember what you bought?
No, I
Okay.
bought so many things.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have another one?
I have another one in 2012. Today I received a free ice cream and a free Lipton iced tea. Just one of the many reasons why I love Melbourne.
Oh, do you have a story behind that?
No, I have no idea. I don't
you
remember anything.
that? Okay, I have one.
Mm.
And I do remember this. Big Brother UK is probably one of the best things in the world.
Wow.
Random.
That's so random.
That was in 2013.
Okay.
I used to love Big Brother UK.
I can't say I watched it.
Yeah, that's because we didn't have it back. Oh, we did, but it wasn't here.
Yeah.
So I watched it and it was like the right amount of trash. Again, I think this one is a bit Taylor Swift music, but not really because she'd never say this. If you were twice as smart, you'd still be stupid.
Who was that directed to?
I don't know. But here's the thing. All these posts are directed to someone.
Oh, it sounds
And
like it.
some of them have caused Facebook fights in the comments. You remember when people would have
Interesting.
Facebook fights?
Yes. I mean, people, it's funny because I went to a youth group when I was a teenager. So people still have Facebook fights sometimes on Facebook when someone posts a very hot take.
Still.
Yeah, like someone, I
Oh.
remember like when, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before that, but there
Yeah.
was a whole pro-choice, pro-life argument.
But wasn't that in America?
No, but it was also, yeah, and because of that,
Okay.
my, like not friends, but people I knew from my youth group were posting pro-life. And it sparked a whole debate on Facebook.
Pro-life is against abortion, isn't
Yes.
it? Oh.
Sparked a whole debate against other people from my youth group about
Yeah.
other people I don't know.
Okay, so it's internal within the youth group.
But not even just with the youth group, just like people, like also people that they have friends on Facebook.
Did you comment?
No, I'd read it just to see
Okay.
what the tea was.
Did you react?
I didn't react to anything.
Okay, yeah.
I'm nosy. I'm nosy
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
So I want to know what's happening, but stay silent because I don't want to get involved in this Facebook drama.
No, fair.
I have my own opinions and they're not to be aired anyway.
Also, who still has Facebook fights? I mean, I do see it all the time in comments, like just like not mine or people's, but like just on memes sometimes.
Yeah, they're memes.
And I'm like,
But they're always like boomers that like fight.
sometimes it's not though.
Ew.
Like sometimes it's millennials and Gen X's
Ew.
who are like used to having Facebook fights or
Yeah.
comment arguments. So they're quite good at it. And you're like, oh my God, please stop. But I do.
But you read it.
But I read it. And then sometimes like the person has hidden all their comments. So it's just like a one-way argument.
That
as
means
well.
they're losing the
Yeah,
argument.
yeah.
That's funny. I have one from 2011.
Yeah.
It's very deep. I wrote, society's perception on what is beautiful is detrimental to one's self-esteem.
Oh my God, repost that on your story these days.
Yeah,
Let's
that's like an
go.
Instagram quote now
Yeah.
or something like that. And then my last one that I screenshotted was, because again, clearly it's like the thing was what's on your mind.
Yeah.
And literally posted waxing someone from my youth group, waxing Calvin's legs. Yeah. Exclamation mark. 2011.
Right. I've got a couple more.
Yeah.
Again, I think this is ahead of its time, which is me just praising myself back in 2012. I would have been what, 17 years old, 16, 17. And this is going to sound funny. You might as well put on a condom on your head because if you're going to act like a dick, you may as well dress like one.
Where'd you get these from?
I don't know. I think I came up with it. And so there's that, again, ahead of its time. And I would still post today. It just wouldn't, like, it's not target. That would have been targeting someone specifically.
That's so funny.
But now I just say that for shits and giggles. And here's one that I vividly, not vividly, but I slightly remember what caused it, but not really full on remember why.
What was it?
July 31, 2012. I wonder who people will believe, a lying slut or an Asian. Let's see, shall we?
Those two things are not even like you can't even compare. It's like apples and oranges.
Yeah. Ahead of its time.
Wow.
Ahead of its time.
That's hectic.
Yeah.
I don't have any more, but I did notice while scrolling through the amount of. So remember, I think I was saying that we didn't have Messenger back then, so we would comment on each other's walls as a way to converse.
Yes.
So my friends would always be like, "Did you join for this tutorial on my wall?"
Oh, what a time.
And then there was one where I must have gone to like a youth camp and added a bunch of people because there was 2012. A lot of people posted on my wall, "Hi, thanks for the ad."
Not the thanks for the ad.
Thanks for the ad. And I was like, wow, I can't believe we used to thank each other for adding each other and accepting each other.
Speaking of, I do have one more that was very with the time. And I don't know if it's still available, but you know how back then when you receive a friend request, you get a not now button?
Yes. Do we still not have that now?
I think we do. Anyway, I made a comment on
just
it.
delete now.
Yeah, I made a comment and said, and I reckon Zuckerberg read this and then made the update. So it says, what's the deal with the not now button on the friend request? If you're not going to add them now, what makes you think you're going to add them again later?
There you go.
And so he updated that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, what if you didn't want to add them now because you were like, I don't know, maybe you were going for a job interview or something and it's someone that works for this company. that you're applying for. So you
Isn't
don't
that
want
what LinkedIn was for?
well, LinkedIn's didn't exist back then. There was no LinkedIn. So now you could be like, not now. Let me see if I get the job first and see who you are. Like suss them out.
But then isn't that weird if you were like going for a job interview and someone from the job tried to add you?
Absolutely. Or like say say you just got hired at this job.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, Mario just started. Let me add him on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm a bit too fresh. I don't want you to know anything about me yet. So not now. Maybe like
No,
in
I'll
the
add.
6 months. Oh, you
Yeah,
add.
I'll add.
I would not.
Because I want to see what that person's doing.
I didn't accept people from
I
work
would
for like
hide
6
all my
months.
stuff from them
Yeah.
and then add them and be like, oh,
That's what I
okay.
used to do with my Facebook, hide everything from my dad. Because my dad would be like, why are we not Facebook friends? So I'd hid my whole wall.
I'm not Facebook friends with your dad either, but Vincent is.
I know.
Which is so funny. It's like he gets tagged or I get tagged through Vincent.
yeah.
And I've got all these like photos in my, oh, you've been tagged.
I have that too.
Please
like review.
Yeah, review.
Yeah.
Declined all of them.
There was one. Well, one of our cousins.
I'm just never in a good angle in his photos.
And it never is in Facebook. It's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah.
But one of your only other female cousin besides me and my only female cousin on all my side, like both sides of my parents, keeps sending me friend requests on Facebook, and like there's no not now options. So I
just delete?
I know, I just leave it.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's
if
what
I
do then.
delete, like she'll keep me adding. But what I've noticed is every few weeks she'll delete her request and re-add me again anyway. So I'll just keep getting the same notification that she's trying to add me.
Oh.
So there's no purpose of this.
Same account.
Same account.
She
Yeah.
has a TikTok.
I'm aware.
Yeah, I stalked it.
I did
out
not.
of curiosity.
I did not. I don't think I
Because
need
Mart
to.
sent it to us.
Ugh.
And I was like, okay, let me take a look. And
Yeah.
it disappointed.
I think that's why I don't want to accept her on Facebook, because she posts her old account. She was posting
Yeah.
too much already.
yeah.
And
I think
don't
she
need
just
to.
posted her TikTok videos on that account.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't need to see that.
Because I looked, because I was like, okay, you know what, let's just check out how many kids you have now. She's got like 3. But I still haven't accepted. I have not accepted from any other family members either.
Well, that's
I
a
don't know
good thing,
why.
because just before your mom was asking me if one of our aunties in the Philippines contacted her and asked her if my boyfriend is the one on Facebook in a photo. I don't even know what photo she's referencing.
I don't think so,
And
because
then-
I'd know if you posted your
Yeah,
photo
and I
of
was
your
like, I
boyfriend.
also don't post on Facebook
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
And then I was like, what photo is this? And your mom was like, oh, I don't know, but it's someone with an Asian, like you're with an Asian man. And I was like, that's definitely not my boyfriend.
Maybe it's me.
Maybe they think we're dating.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I mean, I think there's our aunties have a tendency of contacting us over Messenger if we add them straight away.
Yes.
like within 5 seconds, they're like, "Oh, how are you?" And I'm like,
It's a lot. I'm trying to find the I can't access it now because the internet's slow. But I wanted to see Mart's mum and my conversation. Remember how I screenshotted?
"Oh yeah," and then she told you off for spelling something wrong.
Yes, because I was like, she's like, that's not how you spell it, and I was like, yes, it was a typo on purpose. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just can't be bothered correcting myself, so
No,
I'm like
yeah.
gonna assume.
But
you
the
just-
thing is, you and I, like, if you were talking to me and you made a typo, I wouldn't correct you on
no,
it.
and
'cause
you
I
also just know out of laziness,
Yeah.
you know what I was trying to say.
Yes.
But she had the need to correct me and say you spelt it wrong. So I told her, yes, it was a typo.
Love it.
And I just realized, I was like, why are we even having this conversation?
It's because you greeted her happy birthday.
I
You know what's
did.
funny? You greeted her happy birthday and she goes, and she still corrects you.
she like, thank you. It's what did she say? It's like, it's spelled
It's
this way.
Tita or
It's
something.
Yeah, that's Tita, not like, I don't know how I spelled it. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
I think, something else. Like it was an English name and got like an English word or something like
It's
that.
very Filipino
Yeah,
auntie.
but it's like just accept the birthday greeting.
I tried to do something nice and I still get corrected.
Yeah. I have a feeling you won't be doing that next year, will you?
I probably still will.
Oh, really?
You know
You're so
me.
nice,
I'm cheeky. I like to stir the pot
You
sometimes.
do.
Do you have any more Facebook statuses that you used to post?
No, but I think if I do reveal more, it paints a very bad picture of me. Like it really does.
It's
It's
crazy because this is all still like, you can just scroll down his Facebook and it's like you'll eventually find these.
yeah, you can, but they're not public, so they're only for friends.
Mm.
But do you remember real quick before we jump to the next part? Do you remember the trend of going through a friend, like not necessarily an old friend, but a new friend you've met that you've created a good bond with,
Yes.
and then scrolling through their Facebook and then liking their old posts.
Yes.
Just to put it back up at the top.
Yeah.
So a lot of the friends I made in uni
Yeah.
started doing that.
Just
So
to like
I'm looking at my
embarrass you.
screenshots. Yeah, no, not to embarrass me in a like toxic way, but it's just like taking the piss because we both did it to each other because I remember doing it. And they would pick the most embarrassing one. Like my friend Mariah liked this one. She said, I wish you, and this is something I said, I wish you were on the show, hence you can be written out of a story. Karma bus, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the last one I'm going to read because, again, paints a very different light.
Of who you were before. Yeah, I actually just scroll through my purse and it's just all of my purse are very not good, not who I am anymore. Let's just say that. Like,
I don't think any of us are that anymore.
oh, do you remember perking? I just posted on someone's wall, please stop perking me.
Repost that.
No, I don't want to. 2009.
Oh.
So a few episodes back, I gave you the option out of 2 Am I the Asshole stories, and we went with the breast milk one.
Yes.
Yes. So now I will share the other option, which was...
I can't say anything about the breast milk one, but whatever. We'll discuss that outside.
We'll discuss that
air.
Another time. This one is, am I the asshole for leaving the room while my girlfriend was crying? So the story is... me, 34-year-old male, and my girlfriend, let's call her Sally, 30-year-old female, have been together for over 2 years. Some background info. When I was a child, I went through an incredibly traumatic event. Due to this trauma, I cannot stand the sound or the sight of people crying. If someone just sniffles a bit and has a couple of tears, then I'm okay. However, if someone breaks down sobbing, it can cause panic attacks or flashbacks. Sally is fully aware of this, but she never really seemed to take it seriously. She's not a very emotional person, so this fact has never caused an issue until now. A few days ago, Sally came over to my house unannounced. She frantically told me that her beloved dog of 13 years passed away. She then started heavily crying and latched onto me for support. I completely froze, pushed her off of me, and told her that I can't be around her right now. I went into the bathroom and sat on the floor in order to calm down. Sally continued to cry and scream at me through the door and called me a scumbag. She then left and is currently giving me the silent treatment. I feel like a horrible partner because I wasn't there when my girlfriend needed me, but I don't mean to be inconsiderate. Am I the asshole?
No.
Ooh.
What do you think? Oh, I think that's the...
Well, you have to explain why you don't think they're the asshole.
Initial thought, no. But also think about it, possibly yes. Initial thought, no, because I think it also, like, the trigger of the person crying of his girlfriend crying caused him to have a panic attack. And he did say, I don't mean to be inconsiderate.
Yeah.
And he has also warned her about the situation of what would cause this. Yeah. But semi-asshole, because I think if you know you have this issue, you should have worked through it.
Yeah.
By now, it's not like surprise, it's this. Or like you didn't know and this just all happened. Yeah. But you seem to know that, okay, this happens to me when I see people crying. Yeah. You've had ample opportunities then to go see a professional about it to kind of help you come up with ways to deal with it. So semi-asshole in that sense.
I feel like...
But all of this is all mental health.
It's all mental. I feel like if you looked at the situation just specifically, asshole. Because... but obviously there's like backstories. That's why it's semi-asshole. Yeah. But if you look at the situation just specifically being like his girlfriend's grieving. Yeah. And he was just like, nah, I gotta I can't handle this and overwhelmed. So he had to pull away.
But went to the bathroom.
And just
himself.
Yeah. But I feel like asshole because telling your girlfriend before like when you're dating, this thing happened to me, so I can't handle crying is not enough. Like when you're in a relationship, a long-term relationship, things happen. Yeah. Emotions are heightened and you look for to each other for support. Yeah. Especially through a death. Like you cannot avoid crying for the whole or your entire relationship. Yeah. Like you're bound to cry because you're triggering things about each other too. So just telling someone saying like, oh, she's not very emotional, so that's a good thing. But I already told her that I can't handle crying. That's not enough.
No.
There's like, you know, like you just don't know what would make you emotional in the situation.
And I think that's why she
yeah.
also didn't take it seriously because
Yeah.
in her head, yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah.
But she also hasn't gone through like this kind of situation with him, so she had no idea the impact. But again, he's warned her, meaning he's been aware of this for quite some time.
And he hasn't like worked through it properly.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
So it was kind of what I don't like is it's this happens, you're just gonna have to
deal with it.
it.
Yeah, and that's how it
Rather
works.
than, this happens, I'm working through it, it might trigger me, but know that it's a me thing that I'm working on.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be perfect. But it's more like, this happens, and if it does, just like you're just going to have to be okay.
Yeah.
With that. And maybe that's just the way he said the story, but I mean that's
Maybe.
what you put on Reddit. So what do you expect people to do?
Exactly.
So what's the verdict?
The verdict is everyone said he's the asshole.
Oh, any updates?
I'm just scrolling through. So basically all of them were like saying like, you know, it's excessive that it's a trigger for you. Like similar things that we've said, like you should have worked through this and you can't be in a relationship until you're fully also capable to support another person emotionally.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's part of a relationship. So everyone was sort of like, you're the asshole. But I think the poster has been very quiet afterwards. But a lot of people just kept saying you're the asshole.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually what happens, eh?
Yeah, and they were like, you know, everyone's going to cry, not just your partner, but like other family members and things like that. Like it's part of being a human. So you shouldn't be in a relationship if you don't have your own healthy ways to cope around that.
Right.
And people can try to support you too, but like at the same time, you got to be able to support them when they need help.
What happens when he cries then?
I don't think he
not
does.
cry?
I don't think he does.
That's interesting. So, okay, let's hypothetically, real quick, if he hadn't known about the trigger, and this was the first time it happened, because he like, let's say, just hasn't been surrounded by people crying, and that can happen. Like people just don't cry around you.
Yeah.
And then this triggered him. Is he still the asshole?
No, that's not the asshole. I don't think because he wasn't aware.
Aware, right. That's what I think that's fair. If he wasn't aware and this is the first time it was happening, not the asshole, but because he's warned her and obviously just asked her to accept the fact, which is shitty, but hasn't really worked on fixing it, then asshole.
The asshole. Someone was like, random people were like, you remind me of my dad.
Oh.
And then someone else was like, reminds me of my ex. And I was like, whoa. And like, I was like, yeah. I know, like, I understand, like, it can be overwhelming when someone is like full breaking down in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, like, you also need to
I think sometimes you just got to fake it to make it. As in, like, if you feel overwhelmed, like, don't worry about yourself at that point in time.
Yeah.
There's someone else that's like having a shittier time than you.
Yeah.
And you're just going to be like, even you have to just like pretend that you care.
Like,
you just do it.
You do, yeah.
To make them feel
a bit
confident.
better. But it's also, I was just thinking like this girlfriend, she mentioned she's not very emotional in the first place. It would be different if this girlfriend was crying all the time.
Yeah.
Like, she probably needs a lot of help too.
You know, I forgot to take out the laundry from the...
Yeah. Or like, please console me. It's just like attention seeking
things.
Like
I'm like just emotionally crying about everything.
Yeah, whereas like this is
a 13-year-old dog.
This is a legitimate reason.
This is Sandy.
Oh, rest in peace, Sandy.
Yeah.
But this is a legitimate reason. So I feel like in this case, a bit of asshole.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Case closed.
Another case closed.
In episode 1, you and Jocelyn mentioned that one of my beige flags was me knowing people's personalities based off this like personality test. The website that we use is like 16 personalities. I don't actually know what the term is. But basically it's like 4 letters used to determine someone's personality. So it's either you're extrovert or an introvert. You're intuitive in how you think, which means very outside the box thinker, or
that's
you're
the I.
or you're observant, which is more of a concrete thinker, like you take things as they are.
Yeah.
Then you've got the F or the T, so you can make decisions either by feelings or by more logic, like thinking.
Yeah.
And then you've got the J or the P, which is you are more of like a planner, very methodical in your approach to life. So that's the judging part.
Yeah.
Or prospecting, where you're a little bit more like go with the flow, like not everything has to be set all the time. So
That's not me.
No.
Yeah.
I got into this when I was like 18 or 19, probably procrastinating at uni.
You were the one that first sent me this test.
It's funny because my friend Brad was the one that first sent this to me ever.
That's at you.
And we still talk about it to this day. We've been friends for like almost like 2 decades.
That really sent you in a K-hole.
It really did. It sent me in a spiral over these years because I was like, I need to know what everyone is. But over the years, obviously, I've done this test multiple times and I get different personalities.
Was there ever a time where you get the same one?
Yeah, from my early 20s, I got the same.
And what was that?
The one that I think I still am,
Which is?
ISFP, the adventurer.
Say that again.
ISFP.
ISFP.
The adventurer.
I see.
Yeah. But then I started using it all my friends and trying to figure out like who they are before they do the test.
Yeah.
But then I got real deep into it.
Yeah,
Like,
I bet you did.
it's like I look at, you know how it's like introvert, extrovert. There's like different types of introvert and different types of extrovert.
Yeah.
So you can have something like extroverted intuition or introverted intuition.
Yeah.
And that would mean, like, that was like the example I used just before I knew, like, if you look at an atom, do you see all the different possibilities the atom could be, which is extroverted intuition, or do you want to break it down to see what it's made of, which is introverted intuition? And then there's like different orders of what these like introvert, like, sensing and things like that. And that's how
you reckon I am.
Well, I thought you were ENTP this whole time, which is debater.
Yeah. But I always get the ENTJ, which is commander. But today I took the test again and I got ESTP,
which is completely different.
Entrepreneurial.
And I just did it before and I got INFJ.
Yeah.
Which is so different to my ISFP adventurer.
But actually, these days, I don't think I'm the debater. Because, like you said to me, would you, like the atom question.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what it's made of, or do you see the possibilities of what
I think that was one of the, because that's introverted, extroverted intuition.
And I want to see what it's made of. And I do that to people all the time. But then that kind of, I get when you say that falls into the debater category where you kind of just like nitpick at a person and kind of see what makes them tick. Yeah,
the debate. Well, from my observations of like people in my life that have gotten the debater personality, they like to stir the pot. They'll say a controversial statement, just to see how someone will react.
Which I tend to do.
I remember like one of my housemates. My housemate's boyfriend.
Yeah,
he just said,
only one of them has a boyfriend.
Yes. He went to a trip in India. He's going to be listening to this.
Yeah, great. Go for it.
He went to a trip. Hello. He went to a trip in India, and my housemate told me that in his like tour group, he just asked, "What race would you not want to date?" Not having his own answer. He just wanted to see how people would react to this. For his own little personal curiosity.
I do that all the time. Yeah, I actually like
with people you don't know.
No.
Okay.
For people I expect to have a certain reaction to.
Oh well, these are strangers. Like he's been with them for like 2 days.
Oh, but he knows them.
No,
like how much does he know them?
Like they like met on the trip.
Oh, I think that's. Personally, I think that's it depends. Okay, it depends on how, like, in those 2 days, how close, like, not close, but, like, how you kind of get to know these people. You know how, like, in a trip, let's say you're stuck in a bus for, like, 8 hours, you kind of get to know the people around you.
Yeah.
Because you have the conversations. And then you kind of go, okay, I'm kind of comfortable asking this kind of question.
This sounds like a Love Island thing. Like you've spent 2 days together. I'm now in love with you.
Yeah. But, like, if I walked into a room with random strangers, I don't think I would ask that question straight away. Like I need to know who's in the room and I am only asking to see how, because I know how they might react and to get a reaction out of them.
Very debater of you.
Yeah, but I don't do it to randoms.
I don't ask that question unless I'm like, I think that Jacob's probably you or Jacob are the only
Yeah.
people I'd probably ask that question to.
Really?
I don't ask it unless I'm like extremely close to someone.
Oh, okay.
I
I'd
don't-
ask that at work.
I wouldn't even ask that at work.
Wow.
I actually probably already know most people's answers anyway, but
What race would you date?
will not date.
Oh, what race would you not date?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people's
See,
answers
that's
too.
because that's a setup for racism. That's why when he asked that, I was like, whoa, that is controversial.
Yeah, it is a setup for racism.
Yeah, yeah.
But I also want to see how I really like. I don't care for people's answers.
You just want to see how they react to the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure I think that's what he was doing too. I
Yeah,
don't, well, he can confirm it.
and then when they do answer, I like to go deeper into that
I do.
answer.
I do too, but that might just be a us thing.
Maybe. Oh, interesting.
So
I do like that question. Let's ask our listeners, what race would you not
don't
date?
do it.
Hit us up on our Instagram at Hazel and Marion.
Don't do it.
Or send us an email at
Don't cancel us. We're not racist.
at gmail.com. We won't share it. I'm not going to share it. I just like to know. I'm curious.
Sure, I'm
Like,
curious too, but like we're not promoting racism here.
But is it racism or is it? Oh, this is the gay old question as well in the gay community. Is it racism or is it preference? That's another episode.
That's another episode. I can't go into that. That's another
Anyway,
episode.
back to personalities.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm normally the commander. I'm surprised I got I fell in the explorer category.
Did you read it and think it was you?
Let me have a quick look.
And also, like, it gives you. So this test gives you percentages, right? This is why it's not super accurate. All of my percentages are in the 50s, so I can swing one way or the other.
I see. I only have 2 in the 50s, which is extroverted and prospecting. Everything else falls either. Oh, I've got a 58. But thinking is at 76 and assertive is at 76.
Oh, assertive is just like whether or not you're neurotic or you're calm about a situation.
So if I'm assertive, I'm calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm also quite like confident in my own
Yeah,
talent.
because I've got 68%. That was the highest I scored out of everything. My assertiveness.
Entrepreneurs always have an impact on their immediate surroundings. The best way to spot them at a party is to look for the whirling eddy of people flitting about them as they move from group to group,
That's what you-
laughing and entertaining with a blunt and earthy humor. Entrepreneurs' personality love to be the center of attention.
I mean, you do.
Yeah. If an audience member is asked to come on stage, entrepreneurs volunteer as a shy friend.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's actually, because remember my 21st birthday party, I didn't ask you to make a speech,
No, but I
you
did.
stole the mic anyway.
Theory, abstract concepts and plotting discussions about global issues and their implications don't keep entrepreneurs interested for long. Correct. Entrepreneurs keep their conversations energetic. Correct. With a good dose of intelligence. Also correct. But they like to talk about what is, or better yet, to just go out and do it. Entrepreneurs leap before they look. Yeah. Not safe. Fixing their mistakes as they go. Correct. Rather than sitting ideal, preparing contingencies and escape clauses.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
I'm going to read you the strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And you tell me if it's correct. This is entrepreneur strengths.
Yeah.
Bold. You are full of life and energy. You push boundaries and discover new things.
Is that a strength?
Yes.
Yes, that is true.
Well, if it was a weakness, would
Yeah.
you say no?
No, yeah.
Rational and practical. You love knowledge and philosophy, but not for your own sake. What's fun for entrepreneur personalities is finding ideas that are actionable and drilling into the details so they can put them into use. If a discussion is completely arbitrary, there are better uses for their time.
Yes.
Original. Combining boldness and practicality. Love to experiment with new ideas. Put things together in ways no one else would think to.
Yeah, sometimes.
Perceptive. Their originality is helped by their ability to notice when things change and when they need to change. Small shifts in habits and appearances stick out to entrepreneurs, and they use these observations to help create connection with others.
Yeah, highly.
This one I think is you. Direct. Prefer to communicate clearly with direct and factual questions and answers. Things are what they are. Is that you?
Yes, but this says this perceptive skill isn't used for mind games.
Oh, yeah. But you use mind games.
Sometimes, yeah.
Maybe that's a bit of a controversial one. Sociable. You're a natural group leader.
I think so.
I think so too. Weaknesses. Insensitive.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been known to be quite lack of empathy.
Impatient.
Yeah.
I don't think you're risk prone. Are you risk prone?
I mean, I'm no.
I don't
In
think
what
so.
kind of way? Let me read it. Uncharted territory without thinking of the long-term consequences. I think not as much. Like when someone says risk prone, it's like, oh, are you okay with getting hurt? No, I hate getting hurt. But no, I don't think I'm risk prone.
I don't think are
Yeah.
you unstructured?
Sometimes.
Do you miss the bigger picture?
No.
I don't think you do either. Defiant.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're defiant.
It's just the first three or that middle three where it's like risk prone, unstructured. Oh no, I'm a bit unstructured. So often ignore rules
Yeah, so do
and
I.
social expectations. Yeah.
Maybe you are an ESTP. Wow, I never thought that about
Wow.
you.
I see that.
I'm gonna read my strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
ISFPs, and then you can tell me if this fits your perspective of me.
Right.
All right, the strengths. I'm charming.
Yes.
Okay. Sensitive to others.
Yeah.
You hesitated. I was like, yes, I am. You're like, oh.
You like to think so.
Oh, okay. Imaginative. I have.
A bit, actually.
Yeah, I think I'm quite imaginative. Passionate.
Yeah.
Curious.
Yes.
Yeah. Artistic. I think I am.
Yeah. But you never really.
It's so
Dag-
funny
like,
because I
took that
draw, and I remember I made like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I like it was so funny. I made like portraits of my friends and like people, and my parents were like, "When did you start drawing? Like, we've never known you to ever
Yeah.
have any creative skills besides sewing." And I was like, "Yeah, I've always had it. I just like
Besides sewing.
Yeah.
Like clothes, sewing
I-
clothes.
yeah,
Is that a creative skill?
can be.
Okay.
You can like I've made like stuff like with sewing. It can be creative, but
Sorry, in my head, it's like,
not just
fixing-
like fixing.
okay,
like, you
sorry,
can
yeah.
make things.
yeah, like croquet.
Yeah. Oh, I don't do that. But
Okay.
yeah, sure. Weaknesses: fiercely independent. I think so.
Oh, it depends. Because you did say, like, when you're in a relationship, you're not.
Yeah, I'm not. But I feel like it says freedom of expression is top priority, and I was like, yeah,
Yes, that is true.
I don't want to be boxed in like you.
Yeah.
I'm this one. It says I'm unpredictable. Dislikes long-term commitments and plans.
No, because I can always predict you're going to be late.
Yeah. I think
And you do have plans.
I do make
long-term.
plans, but
Yeah.
they're not like. I think the difference is people can think like 5 years ahead. I can't.
Oh, I can't do that either.
I can think like 1 year ahead.
Yeah. Like maybe 7, 8 months ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Like not even like ahead, like about like, you know what you're going to do day to day.
Yeah.
But you just go, okay, I've got a holiday plan in
Yeah.
like this time of the year and that's it.
Yeah. Whereas my friend who I mentioned was the ENTJ man.
Yeah.
He was like, I remember when we were younger, he was like 5 years, I'm going to be doing this in my chef culinary career.
No.
I was like, how do you know? Things are going to
Yeah.
happen. Things are
I
going
don't
to
like
change.
doing that. You know why?
Why?
Sets you up for failure.
Yeah, exactly. And disappointment.
Yeah. And I learned that in my career.
There
Yeah.
you go. It says I'm easily stressed.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Wait, which one is this?
Me.
Like,
ISFP.
what you actually think you are?
No, it says the weakness is easily stressed.
But you're not.
I know I'm not.
Okay. But
overall-
also, I
Mhm.
think you're not easily stressed due to your experiences
yeah. Yeah.
and like what your job is as well.
yeah.
Like you dealt with some shit.
I actually work better under pressure.
Yeah.
So I disagree with that.
Yeah.
It says I'm overly competitive.
Yes.
I am. Turning small things. I remember Jacob and I went to play mini golf and he was winning and I was getting annoyed.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would be the same.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why is he so good at this?
It's mini golf.
I know.
It's like nothing.
It's nothing, but I wanted to win.
Yeah.
And the last one, fluctuating self-esteem.
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know your head. Like I don't go in your head, so I don't know like how you are on
I
a
don't
day
think
to
so.
day.
I think when I was younger, sure.
But a lot of people are when they're
Yeah.
younger.
I mean, now I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
yes.
So this isn't you. This
But
is what
I
they're saying
think
it's
that's
you.
what I think I am.
Oh, okay.
But I got INFJ today.
Can we go through the
Sure.
INFJ real quick?
Sure. Let me just read my strengths and weaknesses. Vincent is an INFJ. It's very similar though. Okay, strengths, sorry. Creative. I already said that.
Yeah.
Insightful.
Yes.
I am insightful.
Yeah.
Principled. Have strong beliefs and values.
Yes.
I do actually.
Yeah.
Passionate. Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Altru-
wow.
I almost read just autistic. Altruistic.
I think so. Is that where the kill
I want
One person save 5.
Yeah, it
The
says it's
train.
sort of like you want to make the world a better place, starting with the people around. I mean, the last episode I was talking about I don't want to donate to charity.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about that. We'll see. We'll come back. And then weaknesses: sensitive to criticism, maybe depends on who and what.
Yeah.
Reluctant to open up. Maybe.
Oh yeah, you're a bit of a closed book.
Yeah, it took me
Yeah,
so long to
yeah,
open
yeah.
up to Jacob. Perfectionistic. Sorry, no.
Yeah.
Like avoiding the ordinary.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you.
Prone to burnout.
Yes.
So maybe I am
But
an
also,
IJ.
I think that's from experience.
I think so too. I
Yeah.
think I'm burned out because of my job.
Yeah.
Not because I'm actually just prone to burnout. I think it's just my job.
But also, there was a back then you'd burn out because you'd just be socially active.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah. So now it's your job, but back then it
Yeah.
would be like your social life.
Yeah, so it's not. It says prone to burnout because of perfectionism. That's not true.
No.
It's because of the choices I've made
Yes.
in my life. But
All right.
anyway, I still think it's fun to do this, but I don't think it's accurate.
Yes. Anyway, our listeners, let us know.
What's your personality type?
What's your personality type? So 2 questions. What's your personality type and what race wouldn't you date? That's it for our last episode of the year.
Woo!
And it's Christmas time. Christmas! Once again, thank you for listening. You can follow us, watch us or whatever at Hazel and Marion on TikTok and Instagram.
Yes.
You can send us an email at hazelandmarion.pod@gmail.com. Again, redundant, just DM us.
DM us, please.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only way. Or you can look at the Q&A
On
in this
Spotify.
episode and you can tell us which race you would date. Anyway,
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.